Guys, how are we doing? Welcome along, the very first maintenance video. So if you watched the introduction video I did a couple of weeks ago, you'll know that I'm going to do a series of videos based on the most basic of maintenance jobs that you need to do on these Royal Alloys. Working our way from very basic all the way up to the more complex jobs, and we're going to try and work through everything on the service schedule. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the simplest of jobs that should be done on a regular basis, which is just checking your engine oil, okay, and topping it up if you need to. And I'm going to share, as you know, this channel is about the good, the bad and the ugly. I'm not hiding anything. I'm not just showing you the good bits. I'm showing you the mistakes I make as a new rider so that you can learn from my mistakes and hopefully not make those mistakes yourself. All right, so just before I go any further, you might notice that the scooter in the back here is a little bit blurred. I'm just trying the camera on a different setting, on the live video setting, which focuses more on me as I'm speaking, and then we can zoom in and hopefully we'll be able to get the details a little bit clearer. So guys, checking your engine oil, right? When I first did one of the videos on the channel, somebody said, one of you guys commented and said, you need to check your engine oil on a regular basis because these things get through a lot of oil. Now, I'm not really mechanically minded, right? If you're like me and you drive a car, you probably, you don't want to get your hands dirty too often. You take your car into a mechanics for a service, you don't need to get involved, right? You just take it in at regular intervals. And it's nice to think that we can do that with the scooters, but really we need to check the engine oil on a regular basis. Now, this person said they burn a lot of oil, and I was like, really? Do I need to check that? Can I be bothered? But I started to check it, and I checked it on a regular basis. Now, bear in mind, when I bought this, it had 4,000 miles on it. It's now done 6,000 miles. And very early on, when I checked the engine oil, it was full. So I thought, all right, that's fine. I checked it again about a week later after doing probably about 250 miles over the course of, say, 7 to 10 days. And it was empty, right? It was empty. And I thought, right, it needs topping up. So I got some oil, banged it in there. I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute. But what I think I did was I actually overfilled it because, of course, as you know, or as you will know in a minute, you're meant to top these up on the centre stand, so it's nice and level, okay? Now the side stand is on the other side, it's on the left-hand side of the bike. The filler cap on the 125s and 200s, I believe, is on the right-hand side under here, okay? So of course, if it's on the side stand, the bike is tilting and you're not going to get an accurate reading. So when you check your dipstick, it's going to look like it's empty, and of course it isn't, it's just leaning to one side and all the oil shifts over to that side. So I think I've made the mistake already of topping up the oil a few weeks ago and putting a little too much in, because now it's actually showing us over full. All right, so we're going to take a closer look. I'm going to show you where the filler cap is and give you a few tips so that you don't make the mistakes that I did. All right, so guys, first off, what kind of oil do we need to use? Well, refer to your Royal Alloy operation manual, and if you look in the contents, you will find that on page 18, it tells us what type of oil, okay? So we need to use engine oil. High quality 4-stroke engine oil will extend the longevity of the engine. Grade SE or SD engine oil in API method are recommended with a viscosity of SAE 10W-40, all right? So 10W-40. From what I've read online, these are fairly simple engines, so you don't really need to go to the expensive like high performance, or just a bog standard SAE 10W-40 will do. All right, so I've got one here, okay, straightforward. And how much oil do we need to put in if we're filling it from empty? To be honest, I've no idea, but again, from what I've read online, the general consensus seems to be that all 125 machines will take around a litre and you'll be fine with that, okay? But don't quote me on that. There's nothing in the manual that says exactly how much it takes, and there's nothing on the bike that says exactly how much it takes. So I guess it's a little bit of trial and error. But if we're just topping up, we don't need very much at all, all right? So that's the oil. Let's zoom in a little closer, have a look at the dipstick and the oil filler cap, and we'll look at how we actually top it up. Guys, just before we come in and have a look at that close up, then just going to refer you to also page 22 and 23 of the manual, okay? So inspecting the quantity of engine oil. Ensure the engine oil level is kept at the upper level mark B. Never allow the oil to exceed the upper marker or fall below the lower marker C, or this will cause severe engine damage. Okay, now I think I may have overfilled mine, but so far so good, there's no engine damage. If anybody knows what kind of engine damage we get from overfilling, please put it in the comments below. I'd be keen to know, and I'm sure other people would as well. So keep the vehicle in an upright level position, start the engine, let it idle during a few minutes, and then switch it off. Wait at least 5 minutes to let the oil that is inside the engine run back down into the crankcase. So we're going to do that now, okay? I'm going to start the engine. I'm going to open the door first so that we don't get fumes. And we'll start the engine up and let it run for a few minutes, okay? Okay guys, so we're down on the right hand side of the bike. I'm just going to bring the camera in, and just above the exhaust there you'll see the engine oil filler cap and dipstick just there, right in the centre of the screen. Okay, so we're going to undo that, we're going to check the oil, and then I'm going to show you the best method to actually top it up if you need to. Okay, so remember guys, you need to be on a level surface on the centre stand, okay, not on the side stand. And like I say, I'm pretty sure I've made a mistake. The only way I can think that I've overfilled it is having it on the side stand, because I barely put any oil in it first time I did it. And now it seems to be over full. But we're going to just set the camera back here, and I'm going to pop it there. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to flip the camera around, and so that I can see it and see what you can see. Alright, bear with me. Okay guys, so you can see, I'm just going to reach in, unscrew the dipstick, pull it out, and I'm going to give it a wipe down. Okay, and let's see if we can just zoom in on that and see if we can show you them markings. So you see on the end there, we've got the kind of crisscross diamond markings there on the end. So this bit here is where we want to be halfway between here and around here. Okay, so I think I've overfilled mine, right? I'm going to stick it back in and we're going to check it. When you put it back in, you don't need to screw it back in, just place it in and then withdraw it. Okay, and you can see there, I've got oil, don't know whether you can see it, but I've got oil above the line, well above the line, the maximum fill line. So if you know what engine damage is caused by overfilling, please let me know in the comments below. Have I messed up? Is it going to cause engine damage? I'm not sure. Okay, but the thing is, I don't remember having it on the side stand. I thought I'd had it on the centre stand. Maybe I just put too much oil in. Could be wrong, I don't know. Guys, let's show you this. I'm not going to put any oil in it today because it doesn't need it. But I'm going to do this. If you need to fill it up or top it up, you need something similar to this. Because of the angle of the oil filler, you can't just pour oil straight from the bottle in there. It's going to go everywhere. You won't even be able to get in there with the bottle. So you need something similar to this. This was about £6 on Amazon, including delivery. There's different types. There's solid ones with a little bend on the end, like a tube with a bend on the end and a funnel on this end. Or there's the flexible type like this. So shop around, just a few pounds, and it's well worth it. Pop that in there, and then you can hold that level there while you pour your oil in at the top here. And you'll see there it's got a little filter in there, like a wire gauze, just so no crap goes into your engine. Alright, so pop that in there. Nice and easy. And my recommendation would be, avoid the mistake I made. Don't overfill. Just put a little bit in at a time, like a tiny amount. Let it sink down into the crankcase, and then check the dipstick again to make sure you're not overfilling. All right. The last thing you want to do is overfill. Having said that, I've done a few hundred miles since on mine, and it's been fine. So no engine damage as yet. But if you know different, I'd be keen to know. All right. So feel free to comment in the comments below, guys. and I'll look forward to reading those. Now, so guys, there you go. I did say it wasn't going to be a how-to series of videos. It's more like a how not to, right? But by passing on my mistakes and by people putting their comments, their feedback in the comments below, the whole community of scooterists that are watching this, the new riders, the new beginners can all learn from it. Okay, so please get involved. Put your comments down there. And also, guys, please subscribe. I love the interaction with all you guys. And if you subscribe, it just helps the YouTube algorithm get the channel out to more people so that more people can benefit from my mistakes. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. The next video is coming up very soon. We're going to be going deep, right? We're going to work our way up through all the jobs on the service schedule. We're going to change the belt and the rollers and all that kind of business. So stay tuned for the next one. And again, thanks for watching, guys. Cheers. Ride safe.